Christmas is one of those special times of the year that people around the world look forward to. The lights, the music, the food, and the joy in the air. It's a season that feels magical no matter where you are. In this video, I'll take you on a journey through Europe's most enchanting Christmas markets. From the Gothic charm of Prague to the elegant streets of Vienna and the sparkling wonder of London, these markets are not just places to shop. They're experiences that blend tradition, culture, and pure festive magic. So grab a warm drink, sit back, and let's explore the very best Christmas market tours in Europe together. In the heart of Prague, the Old Town Square transforms each December into a wonderland. Against the backdrop of Gothic spires and the world-famous astronomical clock, wooden stalls glow with warm lights. This market is loved for its medieval charm, its hearty Czech specialties like Trdelník pastries, and its festive choirs. We now travel west to Vienna, Austria, where Christmas takes on an imperial grandeur. At the foot of the neo-Gothic Rathaus, the Christkindelsmärik at Rathausplatz glows like a fairy tale scene brought to life. Here, a towering Christmas tree sparkles over rows of wooden chalets, each filled with treasures, from hand-carved ornaments and snow globes to delicate lace and shimmering glassware. The air is sweet with the scent of roasted chestnuts and warm gingerbread, mingling with the spicy aroma of mulled wine, or glühwein, served in festive mugs. Families gather around the brightly lit ice rink, where skaters glide through winding ice paths framed by sparkling lights. Children's laughter fills the air at the merry-go-rounds and miniature train rides, while couples stroll hand in hand beneath trees wrapped in thousands of glowing bulbs. And for those who come hungry, this market is a feast of Austrian flavors. Hearty sausages sizzling on the grill, fluffy potato pancakes, and sweet treats like Kaiserschmarrn dusted with powdered sugar. As choirs sing carols on the Rathaus steps, the entire square feels like a stage set for a timeless holiday celebration. Vienna's Christkindelsmarkt is not just a market. It's an enchanting holiday experience that captures the city's rich traditions and warm festive spirit. As we leave behind Vienna's grandeur, our next stop takes us deeper into the heart of Europe, to a city where traditions are centuries old and the holiday spirit fills every corner. Imagine a vast square glowing beneath thousands of lights, with Gothic towers looming above and the sound of carols drifting through the crisp night air. This is Munich, and at its center, the Marienplatz Christmas market unfolds like a storybook brought to life. Here, under the shadow of the grand new town hall, a towering Christmas tree sparkles with more than 3,000 lights, welcoming visitors into one of Germany's most iconic holiday celebrations. Leaving the Bavarian charm of Munich behind, we now step into Strasbourg, the very place often called the capital of Christmas. This market has been enchanting visitors since 1570, making it one of the oldest and most famous in all of Europe. And the moment you arrive, you'll see why. The centerpiece is the breathtaking Christmas tree at Place Kleber, towering high above the square and sparkling with thousands of lights. Beneath it, the market spreads out like a magical village, with over 300 wooden chalets scattered through the historic streets and squares of the city. Everywhere you look, half-timbered houses draped in festive garlands and twinkling lights create a picture that feels straight out of a storybook. The sights here are unforgettable. You'll find stalls brimming with delicate handmade ornaments, traditional Alsatian crafts, and unique gifts like hand-painted candles and wooden toys. One of the highlights is the Strasbourg specialty bredel, tiny spiced Christmas cookies in dozens of flavors, from cinnamon to hazelnut, that locals bake and sell with pride. The aromas will guide you from one corner to the next. Warm vin chaud, or mulled wine, steams from festive mugs, filling the air with cinnamon and citrus. If you're hungry, try a flamequek, a thin Alsatian flatbread topped with cream, onions, and bacon, or sample a soft pretzel fresh from the oven. Sweet lovers can't miss the spiced gingerbread, a Strasbourg classic that's been delighting visitors for centuries. As night falls, the atmosphere becomes even more magical. Choirs sing carols in front of the Gothic Strasbourg Cathedral, its towering spire glowing against the winter sky. Street musicians add to the festive energy, while children ride the carousel, their laughter mixing with the bells echoing from the cathedral. Strasbourg's Christkindelsmärik isn't just a market. It's a tradition woven into the heart of the city. Standing here among the lights, the music, and the warmth of Alsatian hospitality. It feels less like visiting a destination and more like stepping into Christmas itself. After the charm of Strasbourg, we cross the Rhine into Cologne, where the holiday spirit soars beneath one of Europe's tallest cathedrals. Here, in the shadow of its twin Gothic spires, the cathedral Christmas market sparkles with a magic unlike anywhere else. The first thing you notice is the sheer scale. At its heart stands the largest Christmas tree in the Rhineland, draped in red ornaments and shining with more than 50,000 lights. Above the market, a canopy of glowing bulbs stretches like a starry sky, casting a golden glow over the bustling square. Cologne's stalls have a playful mix of tradition and creativity. Alongside the usual ornaments, you'll find quirky German toys, handmade puppets, and even artisan soaps shaped like gingerbread cookies. Some stalls invite you to personalize decorations on the spot, a special touch that makes for unforgettable keepsakes. Then comes the feast. Cologne is proud of its Rhineland specialties. Imagine biting into Reibkuchen, crispy potato fritters served with applesauce, or tasting a slice of rich Kölner Printen, a local spiced gingerbread that's been a favorite here for centuries. Wash it down with a mug of hot Glühwein or a glass of Kolsch beer, the city's signature brew, often enjoyed right there in the festive square. For dessert, chocolate-dipped marzipan and cinnamon stars are everywhere, sweet treats that melt in your mouth. Entertainment fills every corner. A stage near the giant tree hosts over 100 concerts through the season, from gospel choirs to jazz bands, giving each evening a different rhythm. Street performers juggle fire torches or play violins to delighted crowds, while the cathedral bells add their deep tones, blending perfectly with the festive atmosphere. But the magic doesn't stop here. Cologne has several themed markets spread across the city. At Alter Market, you can glide across an open-air ice rink surrounded by festive stalls. The harbor market by the Rhine has a maritime twist, with seafood specialties and a floating nativity scene. Each has its own character, but together they weave a holiday spirit that takes over the whole city. The Cologne Cathedral Christmas Market is more than just a gathering. It's a celebration that spills across the city, uniting tradition, music, and Rhineland hospitality. Standing here beneath the cathedral's towering spires, with lights twinkling above and festive joy all around, you can't help but feel that Cologne has turned Christmas into pure magic. Leaving the glowing rooftops of Cologne behind, our Christmas journey now carries us northeast into the heart of Saxony. Here, in Dresden, the holiday season comes alive with a sense of history and tradition unlike anywhere else. Welcome to the Striezelmarkt, Germany's oldest Christmas market, first celebrated in 1434, nearly 6 centuries ago. Few places embody the spirit of Christmas with such elegance and continuity. The market spreads across the Altmarkt Square, framed by Dresden's graceful Baroque skyline. The very first thing you see is impossible to miss: a colossal wooden Christmas pyramid. Standing nearly 15 meters tall, it turns gently in the winter breeze, its tiers stacked with carved angels, nativity figures, and festive toys from the nearby or mountains. Illuminated at night, it casts a golden glow over the entire square, and visitors often gather around it, watching in awe as it spins like a beacon of Christmas tradition. What makes this market unique is its devotion to craftsmanship. The Ur Mountains, or Erzgebirge, just a short journey from Dresden, are world-famous for their wood-carving traditions. Here at the Striezelmarkt, you'll find stalls filled with hand-carved nutcrackers in every shape and size, Räuchermännchen incense smokers that send delicate curls of smoke into the air, and Schwibegen candle arches designed to glow warmly in winter windows. Many artisans demonstrate their skills right at their stalls, chiseling, painting, and polishing their works while curious visitors look on. It's like stepping into a living workshop of German folk art. And then, of course, comes the star of the show, the Dresdner Christstollen. This buttery, fruit-filled loaf, dusted generously with powdered sugar, is so iconic it has become Dresden's signature treat. Every December, the city hosts the Stollen Festival, parading a giant loaf, sometimes weighing several tons, through the streets before slicing it into pieces to share with thousands of visitors. Buying your own slice at the market, wrapped in festive paper and sealed with the city's golden stolen seal, feels like carrying home a little piece of Dresden's heritage. Food here is a feast for the senses. The air is thick with aromas of grilled bratwursts, roasted chestnuts, and caramelized almonds. Stalls serve steaming plates of potato pancakes topped with applesauce, while others offer buttery waffles smothered in cherries and whipped cream. For drinks, locals warm up with glühwein, spiced with cinnamon and cloves. But another favorite is Eierpunch, a creamy, custard-like drink with vanilla and rum, perfect for chasing away the December chill. Children sip fruit punch from festive mugs, their faces glowing with delight under the lights. The Striezelmarkt is also a place of joy for families. A giant advent calendar towers above the square, and each evening, one of its windows opens to reveal a performance, a story, or a surprise for children. Puppeteers entertain crowds with classic fairy tales, while brass bands and choirs fill the air with music. Just a short walk away, the famous Frauenkirche rises above the skyline, its steps often hosting carol singers whose voices echo through the crisp winter night. Everywhere you look, the market sparkles with festive energy. Children whirl around on the merry-go-round, couples stroll hand in hand beneath garlands of lights, and friends gather by fire barrels, warming themselves while sharing laughter and mugs of steaming wine. The joy feels contagious, the kind of atmosphere that makes even a freezing winter evening feel warm at heart. As night deepens, Dresden glows brighter still. The Striezelmarkt isn't just another stop on Europe's Christmas trail. It's a celebration steeped in centuries of tradition, where history, craftsmanship, and festivity come together in the most magical way. Standing here, surrounded by music, flavors, and light, you realize this is more than a market. It's a storybook brought to life, and one of Germany's most treasured holiday experiences. From Dresden's centuries-old traditions, we now head southeast to Hungary's dazzling capital. Budapest transforms into a glowing winter stage during the holidays, and right at its heart, Vörösmarty Square hosts one of the city's most beloved Christmas markets. Here, the air is alive with the blend of Hungarian folk culture and festive spirit, creating a holiday atmosphere that feels both traditional and refreshingly different. The market itself is wrapped in lights, with more than 100 wooden stalls circling the square. What sets Budapest apart is its strong focus on authentic Hungarian craftsmanship. Every item sold here is handmade. You'll find embroidered tablecloths, intricate ceramics, leather goods, and hand-painted ornaments, all crafted by local artisans who proudly carry on centuries-old skills. Even the decorations are distinctly Hungarian, with motifs inspired by folklore and regional patterns. But it's the food here that truly steals the show. The aroma of kurtoskálix, or chimney cake, drifts through the square as vendors roll the sweet dough over open coals, coating it in cinnamon, walnuts, or cocoa. Stalls serve hearty goulash in steaming cauldrons, langos topped with sour cream and cheese, and roasted goose leg, a festive favorite. For dessert lovers, there are poppy seed strudels and honey cakes that melt in your mouth. And of course, warm glasses of forlt bor, Hungarian mulled wine infused with local spices, keep hands cozy in the chilly evening air. Entertainment adds another layer of magic. Folk dancers often perform in traditional costumes, bringing bursts of energy to the square, while musicians play carols mixed with Hungarian melodies. At night, the facade of the nearby Gerboat House becomes a canvas for spectacular 3D light shows, projecting dazzling colors and holiday scenes across the building. Families, couples, and groups of friends gather here, transfixed by the glowing spectacle that transforms the square into a living postcard. Budapest's Vörösmarty Square Market is more than just a shopping stop. It's a celebration of Hungarian heritage wrapped in holiday magic. Standing in the glow of the lights, chimney cake in hand, you feel both the warmth of tradition and the excitement of discovering something new. It's the kind of market that lingers in your memory long after the last carol fades into the winter night. Leaving Budapest's glowing square behind, our journey now brings us north to Germany's spirited capital, Berlin. Here, Christmas doesn't settle into just one corner of the city. It spreads everywhere, across historic plazas, grand boulevards, and cozy courtyards. But among them all, one shines brightest. The Gendarmenmarkt, Berlin's most enchanting Christmas market. Set between the stunning Konzerthaus, the French cathedral, and the German cathedral, this market feels like a grand open-air theater of holiday cheer. As you step into the square, soft snow drifts over glowing white tents and twinkling garlands. The air hums with laughter and music, while the scent of roasted nuts and warm mulled wine fills every corner. It's a place where elegance meets festivity, wrapped in that distinct Berlin flair. What makes this market so special is its mix of artistry and atmosphere. Over 100 artisans showcase their crafts, hand-blown glass ornaments, embroidered scarves, and carved wooden figures, each made with meticulous skill. You'll see sculptors chiseling ice into delicate forms, painters personalizing Christmas baubles, and goldsmiths crafting jewelry right before your eyes. The sound of a string quartet floats through the air from the steps of the Konzerthaus, giving the entire scene an almost cinematic quality. And then comes the food, an irresistible part of the Berlin experience. Stalls serve bratwurst sizzling on open grills, käsespätzle bubbling in skillets, and pretzels so fresh you can smell the butter as they're pulled from the oven. There are steaming bowls of Kartoffelsuppe, hearty potato soup that warms you from within, and freshly baked Stollen dusted with powdered sugar. For dessert, try a Berliner Pfännkuchen, the city's famous jelly-filled donut, best enjoyed with a cup of Glühwein spiced with cinnamon and citrus. Every bite feels like a hug from winter itself. Families gather near the stage where choirs perform traditional carols, while children's eyes light up watching jugglers, fire dancers, and puppet shows. Around the corner, an artisan tent features workshops where kids can paint ornaments or bake their own gingerbread cookies. And as evening falls, the entire square shimmers beneath the glow of a massive Christmas tree, its reflection glittering off the domes of the cathedrals. But Berlin being Berlin, the city offers more than just one flavor of Christmas. Venture a few streets away, and you'll find smaller, more intimate markets, like the Lucia Market in Prenzlauer Berg, where Scandinavian lights and aromas blend with German charm. Or visit the Charlottenburg Palace Market, where Baroque architecture and candlelight create a setting straight out of a fairy tale. Each one tells its own story, but Gendarmenmarkt remains the city's crown jewel, timeless, festive, and full of heart. As night deepens, you realize Berlin's Christmas magic lies in its contrasts. Grandeur and simplicity, history and modernity, all glowing together under one winter sky. Standing here, surrounded by music, lights, and the hum of happy voices, you feel that unmistakable warmth that only the season can bring, the kind that makes Berlin's Christmas markets truly unforgettable. The journey ends where old-world charm meets dazzling modern wonder. London. As December settles over the city, London transforms into a living postcard of Christmas dreams. Here, the festive season doesn't belong to one place. It dances across the city. From the glowing rides of Hyde Park's Winter Wonderland to the riverside sparkle of South Bank and the cozy corners of Covent Garden, Christmas in London feels like a grand celebration woven into every street and skyline. What makes London's Christmas scene truly special is its sheer variety. You can sip mulled wine beneath the glittering lights of Trafalgar Square, skate around the historic Somerset House courtyard as carols echo off its stone walls, or wander through wooden chalets at Leicester Square where handmade gifts and steaming mince pies await. The air is thick with roasted chestnuts, cinnamon, and laughter, a scent and sound that seem to follow you no matter where you go. And then comes the magic only London can deliver, that perfect blend of tradition and theater. Street performers in Dickensian costumes mingle with shoppers. The Royal Opera House offers carols beneath its grand arches, and Oxford Street glows with millions of lights that turn the night into a starry boulevard. You might find yourself watching a choir sing beneath the dome of St. Paul's Cathedral, or sharing hot chocolate by the Thames as the London Eye lights up in festive colors. Each market, each lane, tells a different story, from the artisanal stalls of Greenwich to the vintage treasures of Camden. Yet together, they create something unmistakable, a city-sized Christmas embrace. It's in the clink of mugs, the hum of distant bells, the smiles of strangers wrapped in scarves and joy. As you stand beneath the giant Christmas tree in Covent Garden, snow drifting softly over cobblestones, you realize that London's Christmas isn't about one market or one moment. It's about the feeling of the whole city coming alive in celebration. A feeling that lingers warm and bright, long after the lights go out. Christmas markets have a way of bringing people together. The twinkling lights, the scent of mulled wine, the sound of carols drifting through the air. From Prague's storybook Old Town to Vienna's elegance, Strasbourg's historic charm, and London's winter wonderland, each market holds its own kind of magic. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these Christmas markets would you most like to experience? Share your answer in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on more incredible places to explore around the world. You'll also find a link in the description where you can discover even more amazing destinations and travel adventures. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, happy travels and happy holidays.